Garry's Mod. Undoubtedly one of the most played game of the past 10-15 years. It doesn't need an introduction. If you've been on the internet long enough, you know what it is, what it can do. It has played a big role in defining a generation of players throughout the late 2000s, 2010s, and now the 2020s. I used to watch C-Nanners and his friends play Trouble in Terrorist Town back in the day, and even more fun was the murder game mode videos. Even till this day, there are countless channels that solely focus on making Garry's Mod videos. It made, and keeps on making, careers for countless YouTubers. What I'm here to tell you about is its inception and inspiration, how it all started. And for me to tell you that, we need to go all the way back to 2002, back to the Half-Life 2 beta. This map is called Dangerted. Sometime around 2002, Valve made this map to test out the physics for the game. The map I'm running right now was fixed by ToastTheFox, a prominent beta community member. Do check out his video on this map too. He shows some technical stuff in it. Now, in the beta, there was supposed to be a physics gun, or a fizz gun, along with the gravity gun. It got cut in retail, and we only had the gravity gun left. I say it was good for them to cut this weapon because fizz gun is very unstable and difficult to use. It's nothing like the fizz gun we have in Garry's Mod that's actually easy to use. Plus the gravity gun itself is more than enough for Gordon's arsenal. Having two physics-based weapons would have been a bit of a doozy to handle. With the fizz gun, you could do this weld action where you can weld two props together. Right click to spawn these balls and match these balls together to fuse them. Balls. As you can see, it's not that easy to do. The game crashed multiple times when two props got close. The map itself is based on the prison map from the beta, which would later evolve into Nova Prospect. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that this was the very first domino piece to fall that would later lead to the creation of Garry's Mod. Now let's skip ahead a little to 2004. A modder by the name of JB55 or Jackbox55 created a mod called JBMod. The concept was simple: re-enable the fizz gun in the retail game, give the player some props and let them have fun. I'd say this is like Dangerted but with two different maps. There were no additional functionalities added, apart from maybe this grenade launcher pistol. The spawning was primitive and the welding was still abhorrent to use. But still, for the time, this was very interesting. It also holds the title of being the very first Half-Life 2 mod, but don't quote me on that, I just saw it written in quite a few places on the internet. Another problem with JBMod was its marketing. It proudly advertised itself as a mod in which you can pose Alex in explicit ways. Even if you open up the website today, you see stuff like this. This weird marketing strategy would later play a role in the downfall of the mod. Also, as a side note, if you try to download JBMod from the website, the link is dead. If you download it from ModDB, it installs a mod called JBMod, and all it does is have the text JBMod written on the top right. I found this JBMod build on screen on some random website. But anyway, back to the story. A young man by the name of Garry Newman liked this mod, but he was disappointed by the time it took JB55 to update it. So, inspired by JBMod, but tired of waiting, Garry took it upon himself to create a mod that would carry the same principles as Dangerted and JBMod, and called it Garry's Mod. The very first release of Garry's Mod was basic compared to the current version. You had the physics gun, a camera gun, and a rocket launcher that spawned props. The map was very primitive, and there was no spawn menu for the models. You could also play Half-Life 2 with this version, but I tried it and the game crashed. Now, this started off a little spat between JB and Garry. Garry's Mod would get updated more frequently, and more players started to divert their attention from JBMod to Garry's Mod. In return, JB started a smear campaign against Garry and his mod, and the players that played Gmod. It was the equivalent of shooting yourself in the foot, honestly. Why get mad about someone who did it better than you? but it was too little, too late. Gmod quickly picked up steam, no pun intended, and was a hit amongst the community. With its retail release, it would explode onto the gaming market, and the rest is history. But what about JBMod? Well, JBMod 3.0 was supposed to come out on Steam sometime in the early 2010s, but JB55 announced that the Steam review team declined to put it up on Steam because of no reason. But I'm pretty sure there was a reason, and that was the childish marketing. The people at Valve would never ever let screenshots like this get onto Steam. Right, guys? Right? The team doesn't let shit like this get onto Steam. Man, the people in the review team always bring us the best stuff. As soon as it was declined from Steam, JBMod withered away into obscurity, never to be heard from again. Neither JB55 or Garry have ever mentioned Dangerted as an inspiration, but I personally think it might have played a role in giving them the idea. So yeah, that was a short history lesson about how Garry's mod was inspired by JBMod, which might have been inspired by the beta. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.